Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us here at Your Health. On today's program, we'd like to talk about foundations for healing. Just exactly what does it take to get well from virtually all health conditions? Today's program will attempt to outline that for you. Today's program is, in essence, a definition of holistic medicine. This is really important. Please pay attention to this program. It could change your life. It's that important. That's our concept for today. First, let's go to our news. Let's see what's happening in the health world. The common over-the-counter heartburn drugs called proton pump inhibitors suppress normal intestinal flora. Proton pump inhibitors, or PPIs, are used to suppress the secretion of acid in the stomach of peptic ulcer disease and heartburn patients. They are among the best-selling drugs of all time. Researchers from the Mayo Clinic compared the intestinal contents of 9 healthy subjects that took PPIs for 28 days, and they compared them with 5 healthy control subjects. They found taking PPI medication for as little as 1 week reduced the diversity of intestinal bacteria families in all subjects. They also found, for those who had taken a PPI, their intestinal flora did not return to normal 30 days after stopping the acid-suppressing drugs. Folks, we have suspected for some time now that the use of strong acid-suppressing medications such as these proton pump inhibitors, we suspect they dramatically alter the intestinal flora by reducing the intestinal diversity, or taxonomic unit counts as they are called. What is surprising about this is how fast PPIs do this. In just a few days, their effect could be demonstrated by intestinal flora cultures. The drugs we are talking about include omeprazole, pantoprazole, esomeprazole, dexlansoprazole, and others that are even more difficult to pronounce. Some are even sold over the counter without a prescription. Now, it's very important that I speak clearly on this issue and that everyone understands. The PPIs are among the very best medications ever invented, and when used properly and for the appropriate length of time, they are true lifesavers. But when used for long periods of time to counter indigestion and weight gain-related heartburn, they can wreak havoc with your health. To date, the long-term use of PPI acid-suppressing medications have been associated with deficiencies of vitamin B12, iron, and magnesium. They've been shown to increase the risk of osteoporosis-related bone fractures, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, intestinal dysbiosis, immune suppression, and they can cause severe intestinal infections with Clostridia difficile and even community-acquired pneumonia. And to make matters worse, the PPIs have also been shown to cause dependency, with about 1/2 of all users experiencing rebound stomach hyperacidity when they try to quit these medicines. If you are taking any of these medications, please talk to your doctor about safe alternatives and measures to combat their side effects. Following a Mediterranean-style diet may prolong your life. Researchers from Harvard University evaluated the dietary and lifestyle traits of over 4,500 women from the Nurses' Health Study. They graded the nurses' long-term dietary patterns on a scale of 0 to 9, with 9 representing near-perfect compliance with the Mediterranean diet. They found each point of improvement added 1.5 years of lifespan. The researchers used chromatid telomere lengths as an indicator of lifespan. Related research, also from Harvard, finds consuming a daily serving of yogurt reduces the risk of developing diabetes by 18%. The researchers evaluated the health and dietary patterns of over 300,000 subjects. Folks, the Mediterranean diet features fruits, vegetables, lean red meats, fish, poultry, whole grains, olives and olive oil, and surprisingly little dairy. But when dairy is consumed, it is usually consumed as fermented dairy, such as yogurt. The Mediterranean style of eating features rare and small servings of sugar, and corn syrup is completely absent. Our first study, published in the British Medical Journal, finds each incremental improvement of compliance to a Mediterranean style of eating on a scale of 0 to 9 increased chromosome telomere length equal to about 1.5 years of life. Now, the telomeres are like the aglets on the end of a shoelace. They help to maintain the integrity of the chromosome strand. When they are used up or shortened, the cell can no longer divide and replace itself, and hence it dies. Scientists are certain telomere length is proportionate to expected lifespan. So any lifestyle or dietary trait that extends telomere length will by reason extend life itself. And as we have learned, fermented dairy is the most common form of dairy in the Mediterranean diet. Fermented dairy products include yogurt, kefir, buttermilk, sour cream, cottage cheese, and the soft white bacterial cultured cheeses such as mozzarella. Now, an interesting aside, those who eat a Mediterranean diet have much lower rates of heartburn, or GERD as it's called. They would therefore need less medicine like the PPIs, and of course that's all good to know. Well, today on Your Health, we'd like to discuss the foundational measures needed to recover from virtually all illnesses. Today's topic is Foundations for Healing. Stay tuned to learn more. Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and BioInnovations, your full-service supplier of dietary supplements.
You are a valued member of the BioInnovations family, and we want to show our appreciation by offering our 50/50 promotion on select lines of our dietary supplements.
Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to take care of your supplement needs. For today only, it's 50% off bionutrients, cases of Aloha Noni and Acai, and our entire line of Noni Natural Skincare. Plus, shipping is free for all orders over $50 within the continental U.S.
We ask for your continued support of Your Health Television and BioInnovations. It's because of you that we're able to provide these tremendous savings. Today, 50% off select dietary supplements, and all orders over $50 will be shipped free within the continental U.S.
We will never compromise the quality of the nutritional supplements you've come to trust. We thank you for your ongoing support, and may God bless each and every one.
I'm Cindy Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Do you remember the questions you wanted to ask your doctor after you've left the doctor's office? That's happened to me, so here's my strategy to get ready for a doctor visit. If it's a first-time appointment, be sure your medical records arrive ahead of you. The doctor can review your history quickly. This leaves more time for discussion. For every visit, write down your questions at home. Include a list of medications you take. When you arrive, fill out the medical history forms concisely and accurately. Attach a copy of your questions with the forms so the doctor is aware of your questions before he or she steps into the exam room. Bring a friend for support and have a notepad to take notes. Before you leave, have all your prescriptions. And here's hoping you don't go to the doctor very often. With Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Have you heard of Cordyceps sinensis, the medicinal mushroom that supports metabolic processes for stimulant-free energy? This remarkable mushroom also supports the immune and respiratory systems, as well as the heart and lungs.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients, Cordyceps sinensis.
Medicinal mushrooms contain beta-glucans, compounds that promote healthy immune function while helping to coordinate multiple body systems. And Cordyceps sinensis is among the safest and most powerful medicinal mushrooms available today, making it your choice for stimulant-free natural energy.
BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128. That's 888-442-2128. Or order online at bioinnovations.net. Be sure to ask about the auto ship program for additional savings. Welcome back, everyone. It's such a blessing to be with you today. Well, we have a great show planned for you. Plus, today is also Customer Appreciation Day. Today, we want to celebrate you. We're going to start by talking about Richard's book, Foundations for Healing, and just what does it mean to have foundational good health? What steps do you take when you want to return to health? Or maybe you've always thought that you followed a healthy lifestyle, you've exercised, but have you done enough? We'll find out today. So Richard, Foundations for Healing. Let's talk about what that is, why you wrote it.
You know, I think many Americans have a false sense of what it takes to be well and to heal or recover from serious illness. They have a notion in their mind that there's a pill, a drug for every ailment. And pills and drugs do not really help you heal. They give you an opportunity to heal. But to heal, you need these basic elements. And there's been a bit of brainwashing, if I may use that term. We've been led to believe that medication is the only viable way to lead to healing. And that's simply not the truth. It's simply not the truth. None of these medications are essential nutrients. And they play an important role, but there must be a foundation in place, a holistic foundation. Then the medications have an opportunity to do what they're intended to do. So we wrote this book, Foundations for Healing, while I was in treatment, after treatment for life-threatening Hodgkin's lymphoma. And we became aware that modern medicine completely lacks holism. There was no supportive measures offered. They were left completely to me, the patient. There was no recommendations for nutrition, no recommendations for supplements of any type, vitamins or herbs, and there was no spiritual guidance, even though I knew my doctors and I knew they were doctors who had faith. None was offered. It's not standard of care. It's not done. Well, we are complete beings, mind, body, spirit, and all aspects must be addressed for healing to occur. This led to the realization, what do non-medical people do when they're in deep trouble with their health? And we had a medical background. We had considerable knowledge in this. So we managed, we got through it. But what do people, it's no time to start learning when you're desperately ill and fighting for your health. It's difficult to learn when you feel bad, right? What do non-medical people need? They need a foundation for healing. Let's define those terms. Foundation, what does that mean? It's a basis upon which something stands or is supported. It's strong support upon which a structure is built. We're going to build your health upon this. To educate or instruct, to create a new concept. Foundation. Let's define healing. To restore to health or soundness, to set right, to repair, restore to spiritual wholeness. One of the most common objectives we hear to changing our diet, our lifestyle, adding supplements, eating a whole foods organic diet is it's so expensive. And it is. It does cost more. Recently a study was done to determine how much would it cost to get 1,000 calories of whole food organic foods, and how much would it cost to get 1,000 calories of processed refined foods that you typically find in the inner aisles of the grocery store. The whole food cost about $18 to get 1,000 calories. The refined food, it's about $3. That's a dramatic difference in cost. So it's understandable. Money's tight, you're weak, you're tired, you're sick, it's hard to work, money's not coming in. I'm going to get the calories. I understand that. But a healthy diet should always come first. Your diet does things that no drug can do. Eat cheaply, you will pay in the end. I promise you this. Include more fish in your diet. The omega-3s are very important. We should have an omega-3 dose of supplement or a fish 3 times a week. A cheaper alternative is canned tuna, sardines. If you can afford salmon, that's a wonderful option. But there are other options that are cheaper. Make red meats as lean as possible in your diet for recovery. Strictly avoid cured meats. Cured meats are what cause the heart disease, the diabetes, the emphysema, all the negative things, cancer associated with red meat consumption. It's from the curing. It's the chemical agents that preserve the meat that are damaging to us. Fresh, farm-raised meats are not unhealthy. I don't know if we need a 30-ounce steak 3 times a week, but modest portions of lean red meats are fine. They're healthy as long as they're not cured. Include fermented dairy in your daily diet, every day. Have your favorite fruits and vegetables, but once or twice a week, try something different. A vegetable you rarely eat, a fruit that is, maybe it's an exotic fruit. Change it up. These different food sources have nutrients that you may have been missing in your diet and played a role in your health demise. Diversifying your diet is key to healing. Junk food is cheap, but the cost to your health will bankrupt you. Make the investment in healthy foods. You know, sometimes it's best to shop every day or every other day. When you go to the health food store and buy the expensive produce and you're hoping that it'll last 7-10 days, you're often disappointed because it spoils faster. It's not been sprayed with pesticides and preservatives, see? So going to the grocery store more often to get your foods, I know it's a hassle, but it's cost effective. consume the food quickly before it spoils. It's a better way to approach it. If grains are allowed in your diet, if you're not celiac or allergic or sensitive to grains, use only whole grains. And consider baking your own breads if that's allowed in your diet. Eat a handful of mixed nuts or more every day. Nuts are a tremendous source of magnesium, essential B vitamins, proteins, and a wide variety of essential fatty acids. They are a good meat replacement, especially if you mix your nuts. Eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have a snack if you choose. The vast majority of people require breakfast for optimal health. There are exceptions, and I don't want to make blanket statements, but if you're one who's always skipped breakfast and you're carrying more weight than you know you should, consider eating breakfast. The studies show it helps you to lose weight when you have a solid protein breakfast. You know, one of the most fundamental aspects of recovery is drinking more water. We often overlook water. We have so many replacements for water today, sodas and juices and coffees and teas. Coffee and tea is healthier than the sodas and juices, but we need water. Our bodies are 70% water. My body contains about 10 gallons of water. 10 gallons of water, and every day I lose about 2 quarts of water simply through life. Sweating, body waste, urination, even breathing, I lose water. My body will adapt to some degree to low water intake, but it can only go so far. It stresses virtually every single organ. An easy way to determine how much water you should ingest is take your weight in pounds and divide it by 2. That gives you your ounces. So say for me, I'm a 200-pound person. That's about 100 ounces. 100 ounces of water every day will help me meet my need. You can do that math, figure out how much you need. When we are chronically dehydrated, folks, it causes hormone and inflammatory chemical release that promotes hypertension, pain, arthritis, immune suppression, and it even causes changes in our neurotransmitters, chronic dehydration that leads to depression, anxiety, and even insomnia. It is vital that we include more water in our plan for recovery. Now, many people think they have to buy bottled water to do this. That's an option, but you know, even that exposes you to the plastic byproduct that we're so concerned about, you know, the phthalates, the plasticizers, and this isn't helping us. So consider getting an activated charcoal water filter that you can put right into your home, and you get high quality filtered water cheaply. It's the cheapest way to drink good water. Many people will fill a container at the start of the day. That's my goal for the day, to finish that all out by the end of the day, and that helps them set a pace that they can follow, and it helps them. It doesn't take long to begin to feel the benefits, and this is a benefit you will feel when you drink more water, just within a few days. Now, I do have to say, there's a small group of people who have heart failure, heart condition, or kidney disease that have to limit their water, but they're very small percent. They've been told specifically by their doctor that we have to restrict your water. Normally, more water's good, but for those few folks, we have to restrict. But everybody else, in general, we need more water. We have a break coming. When we return, let's talk about the benefits of exercise, even if you're hurting. We'll be right back. Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and BioInnovations, your full-service supplier of dietary supplements.
You are a valued member of the BioInnovations family, and we want to show our appreciation by offering our 50/50 promotion on select lines of our dietary supplements.
Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to take care of your supplement needs. For today only, it's 50% off bionutrients, cases of Aloha Noni and Acai, and our entire line of Noni Natural Skincare. Plus, shipping is free for all orders over $50 within the continental U.S.
We ask for your continued support of Your Health Television and BioInnovations. It's because of you that we're able to provide these tremendous savings. Today, 50% off select dietary supplements, and all orders over $50 will be shipped free within the continental U.S.
We will never compromise the quality of the nutritional supplements you've come to trust. We thank you for your ongoing support, and may God bless each and every one.
I'm Cindy Becker, and this is Your Health at a Glance. The next time you're buying meat, look for low-fat, uncured, unprocessed meat in its natural state. Why? A low-fat, natural meat diet could be the healthiest of all. Research from Harvard University compared processed meat diets with natural meat diets. The extensive study involved more than 1 million people in 10 countries. The scientists discovered a diet of processed meat that contains preservatives and nitrate-curing agents, such as bacon, sausage, and deli meats, increased the risk of heart disease by 42% and diabetes by 19%. They also found natural meats, free of these curing and preserving agents, did not raise the risk of heart disease or diabetes at all. So shop for lean, uncured meats free of additives and in their natural state. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Cindy Becker.
Every day, about 200 million Americans do not get enough of a key essential mineral.
That mineral is magnesium. The typical American diet does not supply enough.
And magnesium is so important. It protects bones and helps more than 300 different enzymes in the human body perform efficiently.
That's why Bioinnovations offers chelated magnesium capsules for oral use and topical magnesium gel to be applied to the skin. That's 2 forms of magnesium to meet your daily needs.
Scientific evidence points to chelation as the best method of vitamin and mineral formulation.
Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health.
Because chances are you are one of the 200 million Americans who need more magnesium every day.
Again, that number is 888-442-2128. Call today. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. We're back, everyone, talking about foundations for healing. This is such interesting information, and it really helps give us a guidepost for what do we want to do, what steps should we follow to really return to health and vitality. It's also Customer Appreciation Day at Bioinnovations. What does that mean? Well, those of you who have joined us before know it's a fantastic time and opportunity to get the supplements you need at the best price of the season. Fantastic prices and free shipping on orders over $50, so you'll have to call for details on that one. So, Richard, we're talking about what does it take to get well? What do we do?
Right.
And we know to eat right, and that's really
Improve
helpful.
the diet.
Drinking water,
More water.
we all try, but it's nice to be reminded because water is so important.
It is, and it should be our primary beverage.
It really is. And to me, I just put a little lemon slice in my water, and then it tastes like something a little bit, just gives
There are a lot
little
of advantages
extra.
to that. You can decrease your risk
definitely.
of gout and kidney stones with the citrate
And
in the fluid.
detox.
There's so many benefits
Right.
and so many dangers to chronic dehydration.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So exercise.
Next is exercise. Folks, every aspect of human anatomy leads to motion and function. We cannot work properly unless we move. An interesting study is to assess the health of astronauts who are in a confined space, no gravity, the muscles do not have to work hard, there's little room to exercise, and it is amazing the decline in health and how fast it occurs when we don't move. So the problem is many of us are hurting and it hurts to move. Is that you? I know I'm talking to you, but I have to help you understand that even if you hurt, the movement will eventually help you get stronger, more flexible, and feel better. 20 to 30 minutes of walking, that's the bare minimum, every day. If you are a paraplegic and can't use your legs, move your arms. Put a can in each hand, a light weight, and move them for 20 minutes. You can do it in commercial breaks or before each meal, but you have to move. If you are a quadriplegic and can't use your arms or legs, have someone move your arms and legs for you. It's that important. It is that important. Exercise strengthens the cardiovascular system. It lowers blood pressure and blood glucose levels. It strengthens bones and lowers fracture risk, improves digestion, sleep, and mood. The sleep alone, and that is a category we'll get to, but the exercise leading to better sleep is so helpful. Buy the best walking shoes you can afford and do not wear them out or you're going to get plantar fasciitis and other problems. A good tip is to buy 2 pairs of shoes and change back and forth. That really does help prevent foot problems. Quality footwear matters. Try not to walk on concrete. That is so hard and stiff. Our bodies, the shock is too much for the system, especially if we're jogging or walking long distance. A grassy surface, dirt, even asphalt is better than concrete. Keep those things in mind, because many of you say, you go out and start your walking and, oh man, it hurts so bad, I'm just not doing that this week. Well, try to understand why it's making you hurt. Next, if you can't walk, find an activity that increases your heart rate. And we talked about that, move the arms and the legs. The next thing, grounding to earth. Now, I know many of you discount this advice, but I want you to understand that the earth is an endless source of electrons. Why is that important? You've heard us talk about free radicals and the importance of antioxidants countering free radicals, and how free radicals are a result of metabolism and disease, and free radicals lead to pain and organ dysfunction and early aging and chronic disease. This is very important to understand. What is a free radical? A free radical is a compound in the body. It can be a normal compound, like your DNA. Our bodies want 2 electrons at once. That is a happy molecule. Paired electrons in chemistry, that's how we learn that. A free radical is the absence of one of those electrons. When you ground to earth, it supplies the electron and restores that molecule to its normal configuration. It's really a simple concept, and the science is valid. How can you ground? Walk barefooted on the earth for a while. Wear shoes that have leather soles as opposed to rubber soles. The rubber insulates you. It isolates you from the contact with earth. And you can also do apparatuses that attach to the skin, then ground to the plug in the wall. That also helps you to ground. Investigate grounding. It is safe, it's simple, and it works. Why wouldn't we want to take advantage of something that is essentially free and does so much for our bodies? Exercise and grounding go hand in hand. You know, I think back in our younger years, honey, when we were in college and we'd go to the beach and we swim in the ocean, and how good that made you feel. You're grounding. That's part of it. You're also exposed to magnesium in the seawater when we play in the ocean. Walking on the beach barefooted. Remember that? How that made you feel so alive and vital? Grounding plays an integral role in that effect. Don't poo-pah this. Pay attention. It makes a difference, and I want you to thrive. And this is part of it. Grounding is part of it. Let's talk about nutrients. This is a big one. Governmental studies have shown 50 to 80% of all Americans are deficient in at least one nutrient. And if you are ill with a chronic illness, the likelihood of you being nutrient depleted or deficient in a nutrient greatly increases. The most common ones, of course, we have these essential nutrients, vitamins, all the essential vitamins, the essential minerals, the essential fatty acids, that's your omega-3s and 6s. 9s are not essential, but they're health promoting, like olive oil. Protein, these are all essential. Also, when we are nutrient depleted and in poor health, our mitochondria becomes dysfunctional. Now, what does that mean? In every cell, there are mitochondria. In cells that have a high metabolic, like the brain or the heart, there are even more mitochondria. The mitochondria are where metabolism creates the ATP that runs all our body processes. And when the mitochondria are failing, we don't have energy to support heart function. Angina results, heart attacks result. When the brain is depleted of this, we have depression, and it could even end in dementia eventually. But it is becoming abundantly clear that chronic disease has at its root mitochondrial dysfunction. And we can help that. We can help it by taking CoQ10, L-carnitine, D-ribose, magnesium, alpha-lipoic acid. It helps the mitochondria create more fuel for our body's tissues so they can function properly. This Many of you who are living in a disease state, you have profound fatigue. You have no energy to engage life. Does that sound familiar to you? You wake up after 8-10 hours of sleep and you feel just as tired as when you went to bed. This is mitochondrial dysfunction. We can improve that with the right types of supplements and the right type of diet. It's a very important part of this. So many people discount the need for supplemental vitamins, nutrients, minerals, proteins. How in the world can our chemistry factory perform the jobs of healing and promoting vital health if we don't have the fuel necessary to create such a thing? Vitamins, minerals, proteins, essential fatty acids. We'll be back for more in just a minute. Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and BioInnovations, your full-service supplier of dietary supplements.
You are a valued member of the BioInnovations family, and we want to show our appreciation by offering our 50/50 promotion on select lines of our dietary supplements.
Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to take care of your supplement needs. For today only, it's 50% off bionutrients, cases of Aloha Noni and Acai, and our entire line of Noni Natural Skincare. Plus, shipping is free for all orders over $50 within the continental U.S.
We ask for your continued support of Your Health Television and BioInnovations. It's because of you that we're able to provide these tremendous savings. Today, 50% off select dietary supplements, and all orders over $50 will be shipped free within the continental U.S.
We will never compromise the quality of the nutritional supplements you've come to trust. We thank you for your ongoing support, and may God bless each and every one. I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. More and more people suffer from asthma. One cause is obvious. The world is a polluted place, and the air we breathe is not always healthy. But other causes of asthma aren't as obvious. Recent research connects a poor quality, high sugar diet and the frequent use of antibiotics to higher rates of asthma and cases of asthma that are tougher to treat. A fast food diet does not meet our nutritional needs. Plus, the indiscriminate use of antibiotics can seriously disturb the delicate balance of healthy microbes in our intestinal tract. So switch to a garden fresh diet that calms and prevents asthma. Eat fruit-like veggies such as tomatoes, cucumbers, and eggplant. Eat yogurt, ginger, turmeric, and take fish oil. Nature holds the answer, but it's up to us to make healthy choices. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. Can you lower your risk of disease? The answer is yes. One way is by including fruit in your diet. Fruit contains valuable nutrients that can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even some cancers.
We've searched the world and found 4 fruits we believe are among the best. Noni from Polynesia, acai from the Amazon, and 2 new ones, goji and mangosteen.
These 4 juices each have amazing properties that make them great additions to your nutritional plan. If you're a diabetic or have chronic pain, these juices will help you feel better and have more energy. Plus, they help with digestion.
Now you can experience the health-promoting benefits of all 4 in one convenient package we call the Fruits of the World 4-pack. And remember, it's 50% off by the case. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. We're back, everyone, having a great discussion about Richard's book, Foundations for Healing, a great guidepost to help us all remember what it is we can do so we can take the power of our health into our own hands. That's what we want to do. We want to go to the doctor when it's warranted, but don't leave everything up to the doctor. We can do this for ourselves. It's also Customer Appreciation Day, which is fantastic. A great time to get the supplements you need to stay healthy. So be sure you watch the ads for details or call about that. Call the office and they'll give it all to you. So Richard, we've covered some great information that's very basic. And the next one is probably one of my favorite, and that is the benefits of the sunshine.
Oh, absolutely. Enjoy the benefits of sunshine. You know, if there were no sun that shines on this earth, would there be any life on this planet at all? It's hard to imagine how anything could live. course, the power of God can overcome anything, but that's how He made us. He made us to be in the light of the sun. And it creates this awesome hormone called vitamin D that regulates every cell in the human body. Every single cell. 20 to 30 minutes of sun exposure on the face, the neck, the chest, the arms can supply you with adequate vitamin D if you live in a tropical region of the world. A recent study showed that if you live above the Los Angeles, Dallas, Atlanta line, if you're north of that, it's virtually impossible to get enough vitamin D from sun exposure. Plus, when you're exposed to the sun, you increase your risk of skin cancers, and who wants that? The most sensible way to maintain healthy vitamin D levels is to supplement vitamin D. Enjoy some sun, but don't burn. Please don't burn. We don't need that trouble. Get your vitamin D from supplementation. Typical dose, 3,000 international units of vitamin D3 a day for a smallish person, up to 8,000 a day for a large person. However, there are exceptions to that rule. There are about 1 in 100, if they take 1,000 units a day, it raises their blood level up to 50, 60, 70, very high. So there are exceptions to this. This is why we always say, get your blood level tested and dictate your dose of vitamin D based on your blood levels. It's the most sensible way to do this. But Cindy, what do people do when they go to the doctor and they say, can you test my vitamin D level? And the doctor says, you don't need to worry about that, you're fine. What is the patient to do?
That's right. I go to another doctor.
I'd go to another doctor, but that's not always possible either.
That's true.
See, we understand that. We live in the same world you do, so that's why I give you that dosage range. But please be advised, it's best to test your levels to determine your dose. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because I want everyone to benefit from vitamin D. Everyone needs that benefit, especially those who work indoors, the chronically ill who can't go outdoors. How in the world can they maintain a vitamin D level? You can't get it from milk. It's not enough. Milk will protect you. The supplemental vitamin D in milk is enough to protect you from osteopenia and rickets for a child and osteomalacia for an adult. But it won't give you the heart protection, the diabetes protection, the cancer protection, all these other things. That requires a higher dose. 40 and up is where we want to see it. 50 for a cancer patient, 70, even 80. All right. One other thing about the vitamin D, the sun must be at 45 degrees in the sky. It can't be low on the horizon. 45 degrees and up for you to make vitamin D from the sun. This is why in the northern regions in the winter where the sun is way low, you're not even making any vitamin D. Keep that in mind. Next, toxin-free environment. You know, folks, I received a chemistry degree. That was my undergraduate study. And I studied and learned the techniques to make chemical reactions. And not everybody in chemistry and biochemistry, which was my subdivision, goes on to medicine. Many people go to work for chemical companies, so they want to educate the students so they can make pesticides and paints and all the things involved in chemistry. I get that. That's good. But I became very acutely aware of how dangerous chemicals can be to our health. Think back in the 70s when DDT was outlawed. There was great concern about DDT. They noticed that the eggs of birds of prey were so fragile that the baby chick of the bird could not survive to hatch because the shell would break. Remember this? This was in the 70s. Public outcry. They outlawed DDT in the United States. Since that time, most people have come to think that we no longer have a problem with pesticides and chemicals in the environment. You know what they did? They tweaked that DDT molecule. It does the same thing, but technically it's a different molecule, and they used that new one instead. Plus, other countries did not outlaw DDT. I'm giving you examples. There are 80,000 different chemicals in production today in the United States, and only 20,000 of them have been tested for safety. Do not think for a minute this is not playing a role in your health decline. Our world is a polluted place, and it's making us sick. That's all there is to it. Now, how do you get rid of that? How do you eliminate that? Well, you can't eliminate all of it, but studies have shown if you eat an organic diet, your pesticide and chemical level in your bloodstream drops to near zero. The typical American has 200 foreign chemicals in their bloodstream. You need a reason why you're sick? This is it. But this is a total thing. Add the vitamin D deficiency, sub-levels of water intake, no exercise. We're creating a health disaster. We got to turn this around. Keep the pesticides out of the house. Keep the cleaning agents the most basic possible. Eat organic. Chelate. And we'll talk about other remedies you can do to get these toxins and heavy metals out of our body. Let's do that. Let's go to our break. When we return, we'll talk about measures to lower these chemicals in our blood level and create a scenario where we can get well. That's next. Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and BioInnovations, your full-service supplier of dietary supplements.
You are a valued member of the BioInnovations family, and we want to show our appreciation by offering our 50/50 promotion on select lines of our dietary supplements.
Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to take care of your supplement needs. For today only, it's 50% off BioNutrients, cases of Aloha Noni and Acai, and our entire line of Noni Natural Skincare. Plus, shipping is free for all orders over $50 within the continental U.S.
We ask for your continued support of Your Health Television and BioInnovations. It's because of you that we're able to provide these tremendous savings. Today, 50% off select dietary supplements, and all orders over $50 will be shipped free within the continental U.S.
We will never compromise the quality of the nutritional supplements you've come to trust. We thank you for your ongoing support, and may God bless each and every one.
Here is our hope for you today. I'm Cindy Becker. Do you feel that you'll never really be joyful and happy in your life? The Reverend Billy Graham wrote about these two emotions, joy and happiness. Dr. Graham says, joy is not the same as happiness, although they may overlap. Happiness depends on circumstances. Joy depends on God. In Psalm 30, David, whose life seemed an endless battle, experienced joy despite his problems as king of Israel. David wrote, "You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing to you and not be silent." If you are struggling to find joy in your life, pray to God. Count your blessings. Joy depends on God. I'm Cindy Becker. This is our hope for you today. Are you one of the 62 million Americans suffering from gastrointestinal problems? Do you struggle with other chronic conditions? That's why we offer Dr. Becker's BioNutrient Probiotics.
After years of research, we developed a revolutionary probiotic formula with gastrodefense technology. This system protects the good bacteria from stomach acid so the probiotics reach the intestines where they go to work. Additionally, we use live count technology to prolong the shelf life of the probiotics, so there's no need for refrigeration.
Dr. Becker's BioNutrient Probiotics is a powerful combination and one of the most effective formulas available today. And we offer a children's chewable formula too, both at prices you can afford. Order online at bioinnovations.net or call 888-442-2128 and let us assist you in making the right choices for better health. Ask about the AutoShip program for additional savings. That number's 888-442-2128. We're back, everyone. Just a little reminder, it is Customer Appreciation Day at BioInnovations. Great prices. I want to make sure that you know about it so you can get in on it to get the supplements you need for your foundational good health. Also, free shipping on orders over $50, so that really makes another reason you want to get in there and get what you need. So, Richard, a toxin-free environment.
Yes.
How in the world do we achieve that?
Well, we can't achieve a complete toxin-free environment, but God gave us systems to deal with these if they're kept to relatively low levels.
Right.
So we're talking about things like heavy metals, plastics, pesticides, hormones. Hormones end up in the groundwater. It goes to the fish. We eat the fish. And they've been able to prove that you raise your hormone levels simply by following that chain and eating the fish and various It's just unbelievable what's happening. Flame retardants, food additives, coloring agents, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, they're all foreign chemicals. Reduce them. Eat organic. Take chelating agents, and you have to be slow and careful with this type of thing. Alpha lipoic acid, cracked chlorella, milk thistle. There's a wide variety of agents that help pull these toxic agents out of our system, but you got to drink a lot of water. You have to do this right, slow and easy, because here's the problem. As we pull them out of our body, we feel that. It stresses our kidneys, and it makes you feel bad. So you'd have to do this slow and gently. You know, mercury comes to mind too. Next, nothing replaces the restorative properties of good natural sleep. You know, when you take a sleeping pill, it's not natural sleep. They have made advances in sleeping agents, but most of them by far do not create normal restorative sleep. You're asleep, but it's not the good quality that natural sleep provides for us. Practice sleep hygiene. If you're having trouble with insomnia, go to the internet, go to your reference sources where you learn, and search for hygiene, sleep hygiene principles, and learn what you're doing wrong. Things like watching television or working the computer for hours right before bedtime. That interferes with the hormonal response that induces sleep. This has been proven. It's well established. Pets in the bed. I'm reminded of the study at the Mayo Clinic, sleep clinic. 40% of everyone who reported to the sleep clinic to help them get better sleep, 40% had a pet in the bed with them trying to sleep. Now, I love my pets, but they interfere with sleep. You have to think about things like this. Caffeine, fluids prior to bed, even your mattress. You know, is your mattress sagging? Do you have pain in bed? Do you wake up stiff and sore? It could be because your mattress is worn out. Pillow. All these little things matter with sleep. And the first thing you should think about when taking an agent to restore sleep is melatonin. Melatonin is part of the hormonal cascade that our bodies naturally release to induce sleep. Start with that. With age, these levels drop. With the treatment of disease, these levels drop. Medications can drop melatonin. All these things play a role. Good hygiene. I think this is forgotten sometime. Good personal hygiene matters. It helps to maintain proper bacterial levels on our skin and in our body. Brushing the teeth. I can't overstate the importance of good dental hygiene. Abnormal bacteria in a dirty mouth goes directly to the heart. It inflames the heart. There is no doubt it is associated and causes heart disease. If you have bad teeth, get them fixed. Do what you have to do. You're not going to get well till you do. It's just that simple. Next, human beings are spiritual creatures. Exercise your faith. Mind, body, spirit is so important. I urge you to get a copy of Tommy Rosa and Dr. Sinatra's book, Health Revelations from Heaven and Earth, where they go into what it takes to heal spiritually. This is such a groundbreaking book with vital information. And you can learn about our connections to one another, how important that is, and faithfulness, why we need to keep faith in order to heal, and the vital force within us and how to maintain that vital healing force, and grounding. It's even discussed grounding in this book. And the body temple, respect the body. This is our place of worship here, our bodies. We need to keep it clean. Positivity. You have to have the knowledge, the belief that it can happen for you, that I can get well. If you doubt it, it's not going to work. You know, this is all very important. And self-love, that's not selfishness. That's the sense that we are worthy of the blessings that God gives us. Self-love. And then purpose. It gives our life meaning. All of this plays a role. Get the book, read it. It is a revelation and very fulfilling. Now quickly, the basic nutrients that I believe you should supplement: a good quality multiple vitamin and mineral. Please do this. I don't have time to go into all the details, but our food chain is nutrient depleted. A good multiple vitamin and mineral does wonders. Get on a good omega-3 source. If you can eat fish 3 or 4 times a week, like salmon, if you can afford that, a more economical way is to also add a little omega-3 supplementation to your diet. This is the foundation for virtually everyone. Your unique health situation may require other things to add on top, but almost everyone requires these basic things. A good multiple vitamin and mineral, an omega-3 source, fiber. I've had 3 gastroenterology specialists, intestinal specialists tell me, 3 different ones. that if everyone in America took a fiber source like glucomannan or psyllium, they'd be put out of a job. Can you believe that? A little bit of fiber goes such a long way in correcting intestinal problems. Probiotics. Take your fermented dairy daily, but also take a little probiotic supplementation to restore the gut flora. Noni juice. Noni juice has good energy. Noni juice relieves your pain, and it does it without dependency. It calms the inflammation. It drives our chronic diseases that make us miserable and ache and hurt. Noni juice is a true godsend. Don't forget the mitochondrial support. Provide your body with the energy it needs to heal. We can do this with CoQ10, L-carnitine, D-ribose, magnesium, alpha-lipoic acid plays a role, and Cordyceps sinensis. Cordyceps, the medicinal mushroom, improves the liver's production of ATP by up to 50%. That's the energy you need to get well. And then immune support, especially if you're a cancer patient or you're fighting chronic infections. Beta-glucans, the mushroom complexes, the medicinal mushrooms, these all very, very important. And one of the most commonly overlooked, especially for seniors, is a little extra protein in the diet. Well, folks, we have a break. We'll be back for our wrap-up in just a minute. Cindy and I would like to thank you for your continued support of our efforts here at Your Health Television and BioInnovations, your full-service supplier of dietary supplements.
You are a valued member of the BioInnovations family, and we want to show our appreciation by offering our 50/50 promotion on select lines of our dietary supplements.
Yes, this is a great opportunity for you to take care of your supplement needs. For today only, it's 50% off bionutrients, cases of Aloha Noni and Acai, and our entire line of Noni Natural Skincare. Plus, shipping is free for all orders over $50 within the continental U.S.
We ask for your continued support of Your Health Television and BioInnovations. It's because of you that we're able to provide these tremendous savings. Today, 50% off select dietary supplements, and all orders over $50 will be shipped free within the continental U.S.
We will never compromise the quality of the nutritional supplements you've come to trust. We thank you for your ongoing support, and may God bless each and every one. I'm Dr. Richard Becker for Your Health at a Glance. Are you looking for a way to lower your risk of Alzheimer's? As the prevalence of obesity and metabolic syndrome continue to increase, researchers have found a possible link between type 2 diabetes and the onset of Alzheimer's disease. In fact, type 2 diabetics are at 200% higher risk of Alzheimer's compared to people without diabetes. These metabolic changes that develop with diabetes appears to greatly increase the speed of deterioration of the brain and other related systems. Lowering your blood glucose is easier than you may think. Eat smaller meals, exercise regularly, and reduce carbohydrates in your diet, especially simple sugars. Taking steps today to control your blood glucose may protect your entire body, including your brain. For Your Health at a Glance, I'm Dr. Richard Becker. For centuries, the herb astragalus has been a staple of traditional Chinese medicine. It's used to create a strong shield, protecting the immune system.
Astragalus is also used to support healthy heart and lung function.
There's even more. Astragalus helps to calm total body inflammation, a common cause of pain and chronic illness.
All of that without the use of medication.
That's right. Support your health the way nature intended with astragalus root.
BioInnovations brings you Dr. Becker's Bionutrients Astragalus Root Extract. BioInnovations is the affordable source that you can trust for all your vitamin and supplement needs. Give us a call at 888-442-2128 or order online at bioinnovations.net and see what astragalus can do for your health. That number once again is 888-442-2128. Ask about the auto ship program for additional savings. Call today. Your Health is brought to you by BioInnovations, trusted products for your health and well-being. We're back, everyone. Just a quick reminder, it's Customer Appreciation Day at BioInnovations. Best prices, I mean really great prices, and free shipping on orders over $50 in the mainland USA, so don't miss that one. So Richard, on Foundations for Healing.
Yes.
I know time is short. We've done a lot of information today. This has been really great. But let's talk about what conditions do you actually address in the book so that perhaps I have diabetes and I'm looking for something that might help me. Is my condition covered?
Right. We go through a wide variety of conditions. Let's just name a few. Acne and rosacea. And I listed that one because so many people are given antibiotics for acne. And sometimes that's necessary, I understand. But the long-term implications are profound when we create the dysbiosis. That's why that's in there. Allergies, autoimmune disease, cancer, chronic candida and yeast, which is at the root of so many of our health problems, the chronic yeast and dysbiosis. That's the thread throughout all these conditions. Diabetes, heartburn, heart disease, irritable bowel syndrome, natural measures for menopause, obesity, osteoporosis, prostate enlargement, recurrent colds and viral infections, autoimmune rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. We have a chapter of healthy living for the seniors, spine injury and degenerative arthritis. There's so many people in chronic pain today. And they're on medications that disturb bowel flora, and this perpetuates their pain states. We have to break that cycle. Plan of prevention for the kids, and then we do a little spotlight on oil of oregano and omega-3 fatty acids. And your exact condition may not be in this list. But if you read through this, you will see the threads of holism that apply to everyone, and they will apply to your condition as well. So let's quickly review. Improve your diet. Do the best you can. Get as organic as possible. Maybe plant your own garden. Get you exercise and healthy food. That's a good idea. Drink more water. Exercise more. You can walk through a little pain. Walk through. You'll get stronger and more flexible, and then the pain will eventually decrease. Supplement the right nutrients, enjoy the benefits of the sun, take measures to decrease your toxin load. It's essential for your healing. Nothing replaces the restorative properties of sleep, good basic general hygiene, and remember always, humans are spiritual creatures. Exercise your faith. Mind, body, spirit. It's impressive. Protein. Add a little protein and the right type of dietary supplements. We went through that. Folks, by applying what we've learned from this discussion, we can make a huge difference in our health and our family's health. This is also a great plan of prevention. Make a priority list of dietary and lifestyle changes. Remember, your old way of addressing these problems has not worked. You're stuck. Make a change. Make an improvement. This time, try the holistic way. Make a sensible list of dietary supplements and make that a part of your plan for better health. And never forget your purpose. Pray for others when you pray for yourself. Find a reason. Find a purpose. It gives you the strength to go on. You know, maybe it's your kids, your grandchildren, your church community. Maybe it's your spouse. You have to stay strong for your spouse. Whatever that is, find your reason, get going, and make a difference. Well, this one's important. It applies to every human being. We all suffer eventually in our lives, and these are the measures to help decrease that. Thank you for your kind attention. We'll see you again here tomorrow at Your Health. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Your Health. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Dr. Deborah Shipp, founder and leader of the Chat and Chew Ministry here in Macon and Middle Georgia. The Chat and Chew Ministry empowers women spiritually from the inside out while chatting and chewing over common life issues. We want to invite you to our upcoming Chat and Chew new talk show. We want to see you at the next Chat and Chew.